The first time you met Andre the Giant.
I was young. I was really young. I was in Vancouver, and he came he just come to North America, and Don Leo Jonathan's home was Vancouver, British Columbia, Vancouver, and he'd come to to have meetings with Leo, and he was around the Vancouver wrestling. So he was green, I was green, and both like two ships in the night, sailing nowhere to go. So I became friends with him then real early in my first, and then as time went by, we would pass, and then finally in New York, he became a fixture out of WWE, WWF back in those days. He stopped, just didn't travel anymore. It was just too much. Well, that then WWE traveling is insane. But he would just stay out of one territory because WWE was basically turning it to one territory, the whole North America. So it wasn't that much of a reach for him going to, and he was the Vince Senior was booking him, so him going to Florida or Georgia, or Carolinas or something was out of the realm because he was now working for the WWF.
You must remember the first time you saw him drinking more than maybe an entire football team could probably drink. What's
Yeah.
the most you ever saw him do in one sitting?
I don't know, but so we came back. We're in a plane coming back from Miami one night. We had a Lone Star. It was kind of an little hour plus flight. I remember he bought like 2 or 3 6 packs of the half quart beers, the 16 ounces. And before we landed, he finished that. And I about like the 2 12 packs. I gave him another 6 pack that I'd had with me, and he killed that. Then we got in the car and went to the Imperial Room, or wherever it was, a place at that time that you got back from after the wrestling matches. But I wasn't in on any of those 120 bottle beer nights or anything like that. But I was with him. I was in the back of the bus with him in Japan, and had a lot of fun with him.
Oh goodness, did you ever actually travel on a plane with Andre to Japan?
Oh, many times. Yeah, he was on the. He traveled. He traveled the circuit with us in the WWF towards the end there when he and we were in Europe together. He was on the European tour, and yeah, we were together quite a bit. It was as he got older, he was a good real, but as he got older, the back and the pain and everything started to wear on him. And the travel, and it's hard. And, no, can't find a bed that's not comfortable, or and his back was causing him. He was sore from the growth, and his back had hurt him.
Yeah. Was he a bit of a closet like ladies' man on the road? Because you wouldn't think it to look at him.
There's no closet about it, brother. He was out there. He had ladies all over the place. He had first he had in Hawaii here. He had I remember Curtis. Oh, yes, he had a big Tongan girlfriend that had hair. That's when he had the afro, and Curtis he would blow up the story. She's about 6'5", and they got the hair. They both got their hair sticking out the hair. They looked like two trees walking down the street. But yeah, he had there. Then he had later on he had another girlfriend from San Francisco, and we were out. And what John told us, and the Giant and the girl place this mixed fish market, which is quite a classy place back a long time ago. And he and the girlfriend. So we're on the plane the next day, and Tolos is always cracking up. No. Giant's girlfriend gave birth to a 9-pound tongue. And Andre would laugh and everything else. Then the next trip, she brought her family over. And that was it to meet Andre, and that was the end of their dating scene.
I also realised I shouldn't have used the word closet with ladies' man. It just doesn't seem to ever go together, those two, those two terms. I don't suppose you ever saw Andre kick some serious ass at any point when he was tested in the bar or something.
One time in, I was in the rings a bunch of times, but of course we weren't sitting with him. He was sitting, I was a heel, and he was with Skolin and that crew, baby faces. But I think it was Bradford Hotel in Boston where we used to stay for the matches. And we usually go up there on a loop, Bradford, up in Portland, Maine, or 2 or 3 towns up in the way up in the northeast corridor of the U.S. So they were sitting there. It was an afternoon, and it was real close to the rugged part of town. So a big Indian, Native American guy, big Indian guy, comes out and I want you. Yeah, go away. Just leave. No, come on. So eventually, Andre stood up, and one of the guys just, he slapped the guy. And the guy kept, the guy was just obnoxious, just going out. It was over the top. So he slapped the guy. The guy flew in the air about 5 feet, and before he even hit the ground, his legs started running. He started running to get out of there. But that's aside from the other few guys that he just mauled in the ring, playfully, like the Iron Sheik or Bam Bam. I never saw him lose his. He didn't lose his temper there. He just, gently pawed a guy like a bear, and he flew in there. But I'm sure, he could have done a lot of damage.
Yeah, I've heard. God, I can't remember who was the recipient of it, but he used to do a thing where he used to sit down on someone, and on one person he just went and just cut like the biggest fart possible on them.
Yeah, I read that. Some Sheik, I think. Yeah.